Hello. Today we're going to talk about how to make a major scale using a piano keyboard and the staff. One of the things we need to remember or know is the difference between a whole step and a half step. So where I have W and H here, whole step means that on the piano keyboard we're going to skip one and only one key to get to the next note. Where I have a half step, or H, that means on the piano keyboard I'm not going to skip any keys. So let's get started. We're going to start by making a scale whose starting note is F. So I'm going to put a dot on the F on my keyboard, and I'm going to put a note in the F space on my staff. Now, when I make a scale, I have to use every letter name to make that scale. So I'm just going to walk my notes up the staff until I get to the next place where there's an F. So in this example, we're going to use every measure because there are just enough measures here for all my notes. So I'm going to walk them up the staff. So that's where the notes are going to be on the staff. My next task is to figure out which keys on the piano keyboard would be needed to make the F scale. So my first note is F, so I need to go up from F, I need to go up a whole step to get to my next note, which will be some kind of G. So here's my F on the piano. I'm going to skip over this black key, and I'm going to go here because that makes a whole step. So that's a regular G. Regular G, regular G. I don't need to do anything to my G up here on the staff. My next note, from G, I need to go up a whole step to some kind of A. So up a whole step means I start on my G, I skip this black key, and I end up here on this white key A. So that's a regular A. Regular A. I don't need to do anything to my A. My next one, from A, I need to go up a half step to get to some kind of B. So on my piano keyboard, this time I'm not going to skip any keys. I'm going to go very next key. So that means this black key is the key I need. So that black key is B flat. So that means on my B up here, I need to add a flat sign. Okay, from my B flat, I need to go up a whole step to some kind of C. So from B flat, I'm going to skip over the regular B and land on the C. That's a whole step because I skipped one note. So that's a regular C, regular C. We're good to go. Next note, C, up a whole step to some kind of D. So to go up a whole step, here's my C, I skip the black key, and I end up on the white key D. So that's a regular D. Don't need to change my note up on the staff. From my D, I need to go up a whole step to some kind of E. So from my D here, up a whole step means I skip one key, this black key, then I land on the white key E. So that's regular E. I don't need to change anything on my staff. Now, from E, I need to go up a half step to some kind of F. So here's my E. When I'm going up a half step, I don't skip any keys. I go to the very next key. Well, there is no black key in between here, so I'm going to go right to the white key F. So that means regular F, regular F. I don't need to change anything. So my F major scale goes F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. And that's the F major scale. Okay? Now, I'm going to do another one. So let me erase those. Okay, so my next one, I'm going to start on D. So I'm going to put a dot on my D, and I'm going to draw a D in the first measure. So D is going to be the note right below the staff. So my next step is to walk up the staff until I end up on D in the last measure. So, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to mark my piano keyboard in the half steps and whole steps pattern and see where that gets us. So D, up a whole step, D, up a whole step means skip this black key and go to the white key. So that's regular E, don't need to change anything. Now, from E, up a whole step to F. So from E to F here, oh, that's not a whole step, that's only a half step. So I'm going to skip the regular F and go here, which is F sharp. So that means I need to add a sharp sign in front of my F. Now F sharp, I go up a half step to G. So up from F sharp here to the very next key, don't skip anything. That puts us right here on the white key G. So regular G, regular G. Don't need to change anything up here. So G, up a whole step. So G, up a whole step means I skip one key, so that's going to be this black key, then I go to the A. And that's regular A. So regular A, I don't need to change anything. So from A, up a whole step. So that means I'm going to skip this black key and go right to this white key B. So since that's regular B, I don't need to change anything there. Now, from B, I need to go up a whole step to some kind of C. So if I go B right to C, oh, that's only a half step. I can't do that. So I have to skip the C and go up here to C sharp. So that means I need to add a sharp sign in front of my C. From C sharp, I go up a half step to some kind of D. So from C sharp, I go to the very next key, which is the white key D. So that's regular D, regular D. That means my D major scale goes D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. I hope that makes sense. I hope that answers any questions you have about how to make a major scale using a piano keyboard and your staff.